Okay. Transformers. Oh.
You guys showed a lot of support on my last video where I talked about the real life counterparts of HAJIME no IPPO characters. That being said, I am back with a part 2, but today we're going to be talking about the real life counterparts of the techniques used in HAJIME no IPPO. Starting off with the Dempsey roll, as it is the most iconic move in the show. In the anime, IPPO came up with this move on his own, only later finding out that it was a technique made by Jack Dempsey. However, in the manga, IPPO was inspired directly by Mike Tyson, who doesn't actually use the Dempsey roll at all. Mike Tyson is the person who popularized the Customito shift, named after Mike Tyson's trainer. While not exactly the same as the Dempsey roll, I'm sure you see the similarity in this clip. Of course, the move that IPPO uses is the actual Dempsey roll, the technique of real-life boxer Jack Dempsey. But it's pretty interesting how the writer of HAJIME no IPPO chose to make IPPO's Dempsey roll a product of the Customito shift, once again hammering down on the similarities between IPPO and Mike Tyson. Mashiba is easily one of the most realistic fighters in HAJIME no IPPO. Most, if not all of his techniques are derived from real-life boxers. First up, his flicker jab. This is a technique popularized by fighter Thomas Hearns, where you relax your lead arm and as fast as possible reach out to your opponent's face and snap your wrist without focusing on stepping into or putting power into the punch. The flicker jab is often portrayed in HAJIME no IPPO as a zoning tool Mashiba uses to reach his opponents from supernaturally far away. That's exactly how Thomas Hearns used it as well, as just like Mashiba, his height and reach were also absolutely ridiculous. As a matter of fact, Hearns has never been at a reach disadvantage in his career. This is what makes the flicker jab so effective despite not putting power into it. It's not made to get knockouts, it's made to keep your opponent away from you using your size, just like in the show. Mashiba also uses the Hitman style, where everything down to the detail of swinging his hand, albeit while very exaggerated, is also the stance of Thomas Hearns. The reason Thomas Hearns would use this stance is to optimize the use of his height as well as his flicker jab. The purpose of moving the hand back and forth was to, just like in HAJIME no IPPO, briefly confuse his opponent and mix them up. Vorg's signature move, the White Fang, was very likely modeled after Sugar Ray Leonard's finish against Daniel Aldo Gonzalez on March 24th, 1979. Sugar Ray Leonard is seen finishing his opponent with an uppercut into an overhand, exactly what Vorg's White Fang entails. This could almost be seen as a coincidence, but seeing how Murata is directly
isn't that a Steve move from Tekken?
Almost exactly like the White Fang Vorg does, and we have seen him mentioned many times throughout the series, makes it extremely likely the writer of HAJIME no IPPO is a fan of Sugar Ray Leonard and the White Fang was inspired by this KO. Since you've made it this far in the video, guess how many subscribers I have based off what you've seen so far, and if the number is lower than what I actually have, consider dropping a subscribe.
I am Steve. Lord Shagorath, welcome back. Scloos, Isildur, Omega Little Heated, and Zero Henry. Thank you very much. Omega Little Heated with the 4 years. Playing PoE 1 next week. Maybe. We'll see what the schedule looks like. Someone said it looked good. New PoE patch. I don't know. I don't plan very far ahead, I'm gonna be honest with you.